Hey everyone, it's me, Vanessa. I'm making a weekly update, but there's going to be a few changes in the next couple of weeks and couple of months, and I'll explain that in a minute. I do have right here my water. This is my main focus for this week and the next couple of weeks is to get in the water. It's something that I've struggled with having the sleeve surgery. Before, had no problem because I could actually gulp water, but because I can't do that now and I'm having to eat every 3 hours to keep my nutrition up, especially my protein content, this always is a struggle. And so my focus is to work on that. So this is my first bottle. I'm halfway through and it is already almost noon. The struggle is real. But I want to talk about my weight and my plans and why you're going to be seeing some changes in the next couple of updates. I did weigh in at 154.7 pounds, so I'm only down 0.2 from 4 weeks ago. But I was looking at my body fat and my muscle mass, and I am down 0.3% of my body fat and then up 0.4% for my muscle mass. So because I'm eating in maintenance and I am in maintenance, this is pretty much my maintenance right now, around 154, 155, sometimes 153. So I'm just gonna go with it. I am still going to weigh in weekly at home and just for my well-being and to make sure that I'm not going over the 155. But as far as weigh-ins here officially, you will get the next one in 4 weeks. Just because I keep telling you guys the same story, I'm maintaining. And so I want you guys to see that it's not important when you're in maintenance to focus so much on your weight other than your fitness and your body fat and just how you feel in general. I'm still feeling great. I feel firmer. I get compliments from my husband that I'm looking better. So that is the most important thing, right? That number on the scale is such a small picture. Obviously, I use the scale to make sure that I don't get up towards 160 and above. That is why I use the scale. It's not to show how I'm doing as far as my workouts. It's just to show that I'm still maintaining my weight and that I'm doing. I am still taking creatine and I'm still upping my protein to about 110 to 120 grams per day. So that is going well. I do want to share also on the last 4 weeks and how everything has gone. But that's it. That's it about my weight and my body fat, and then just my goals of water and nutrition. Those are the most important things for me. I do want to also share that the last 4 weeks have gone really well. I've noticed my strength. My strength is so much better. I'm stronger. I was able to bench press 20-pound dumbbells now. And then also I noticed my rows, I'm doing 20s. Squats, I'm still at 20s because I want to make sure that I'm able to use full range of motion going all the way down to 90-degree squat. Calf raises, I'm using 30s. My forearm strength is getting better there. Shoulders, I'm mostly doing 12s, but if you guys hear the music in the background, not sure if you can hear it. We got a German cuckoo clock. So on the hour, it always does a little song thing. But anyway, so back to where I was. So I was doing 12s overhead. The last set of 3, I had to do 10s, drop down. Bicep curls are 12s. Tricep extensions are 12s. So I'm building strength, which is great. What am I missing? I don't know. Oh, and I'm doing on my run days, I am doing 30-second holds on the pull-up bar, just to hang. And then I'm doing push-ups on my knees, full range of motion. I'm doing 3 sets of 10 of those. And so now I'm going to be progressing to the next step for the pull-ups and push-ups, where for the push-ups, I'm going to do on my toes, go down all the way, and then come up while I'm on my knees. And I'm gonna do 3 sets of 10 of those every time I run. And then my pull-up bar, when I hang, I'm going to make sure that I'm using kind of like a shoulder shrug type thing where I'm pulling my scapula back and down. And then I'm going to do 10 of those 3 sets. So that is the goal. And hopefully by the end of summer, I will be doing at least assisted pull-ups. And then by the end of the year, I want to do unassisted pull-ups. So yes, I noticed my back is getting stronger. My arms, chest, everything is getting stronger, that's the goal, right? And then the next 4 weeks, I'm progressing my actual workout weight routine where I'm doing 2 different moves per body part, but I'm still going to stick with the 3 days a week of full body routine. I'm doing a beginner's routine, so that way I know exactly what my clients would go through. That's pretty much what I'm doing, and it's working. It is definitely working, and I love it. I do want to talk about, before I go, about a few books that I am going to be focusing on this month, or the month of April. The main one, though, that I want to share is I'm going to read this, Intuitive Eating. Diet has been something that I struggle with all the time. I am a foodie. I love freaking food, and I love junk food. And so I think that this would be a great addition to my toolkit as far as like mental relationship with food. And so I'm going to give this a try, and I'll keep you guys posted if you're interested. And I might even do a review on this channel to let you know how this book is. It was highly recommended by a few dietitians. So this is why I want to definitely read it, especially that I am recovered. Now, if I were a struggling binge eater right now and I was constantly binge eating, I would not recommend this yet. I would recommend this more for those who are recovered and have a form of therapy that they're going to and are doing well with their disordered eating. I would not recommend this for anyone who is struggling right now currently. And then there is a book that I really wanted to read, The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. This series, so I did buy Throne of Glass last month, or actually the beginning of March. I bought this book because I wanted to read the series. I was told to read the short stories first, so I'm going to start with this one, and then next month or May do Throne of Glass. And then I'm finally going to continue with the series by Dean Koontz, The Whispering Room. This is the Jane Hawk novel. The first one was called The Silent Corner. This one is more sci-fi and mystery, so it's exciting. So I'm going to be reading book 2 of this also. I did start this month in March, I did start a book from, it was one I wanted, what was it? It's right here, Getting Clients and Referrals. And I really like that book. If you guys are interested in any personal development books that I read, definitely check out my page. I do have an album for my TBRs for 2020, 2021, and I'm going to continue doing that each year, where I will, after I finish each book, I will review it there and give it how many stars that I want out of 5, and let you know if it's worth it or if it's not, what I liked about it, what I didn't. And I'm trying to get better at updating and definitely keeping up to date with all of those type things. But yeah, so that's about it, you guys. I'm just focused, like I said, on my muscle building and just taking care of myself and being good with my diet. Focusing on moderation and just feeding my body the fuel it needs, but also enjoying foods that I enjoy, but in way smaller amounts. Like this past weekend, I was like going crazy. I was so hungry. Yeah, it was not my best weekend, but then I have great weekends. So it all balances out, which is great. And that has helped me to maintain my weight. But like I say, every single time, it's so important to eat healthy majority of the time, because I noticed that when I do eat healthy, I stay full longer and satisfied longer, and I don't want to graze and grab other foods. When I eat junk food, I want more like 30 minutes to an hour later. It never fails. And so that's why it's so important to eat to eat healthy. It really is. And your body needs it, right? We need food. And I hear this all the time about addiction, like, oh, you know, it's so hard for people who are addicted to food because it's everywhere. I understand that. But here's the thing. If you were to eat healthier food, you wouldn't be as addicted to the junk food that's around you because you would be well fed. Americans, we're underfed. We eat junk. It is pushed in our face here and there, everywhere. I really notice, especially while living overseas in Europe, where certain chemicals and certain things are banned, and you don't have those addictive things like you do here in the US. And just having it out of your house, having a safe environment is so important. And it's something that you need to remember, that, you know, you don't constantly have to fight. I think it's learning how to feed your body to where you can stay satisfied and you can be healthy and you won't crave as much out there that's not the healthiest for you. And if there is a particular food that you do completely lose control over, those foods are not for you. You just cannot eat them, because if you cannot control, let's say, a portion, a cup or half a cup of something, then that food is just not safe to have. And in your home, like, if there's a particular food that you cannot have in your home, talk to your family about it and say, I just can't do it, because they will understand. Now, I'm not saying keep everything out of the house, because there are some things that you can enjoy in moderation. But if there's something that you cannot enjoy in moderation and it causes a trigger, don't keep it around you. Just don't do it. Like those graham crackers of mine, like, I love freaking graham crackers. I can eat oatmeal cream cookies. I can eat a whole box in a weekend. I don't buy them because of that. So it's so important to find that balance, and it takes time. Sometimes we need help by a registered dietitian or therapy, counselor. We need that help, and that's okay. And once you get that help, you can iron out exactly what is causing some of the choices that you make. And then it helps you think logically, and it helps you problem solve. And that's the most important thing. So like I said, I will keep you guys posted on how Intuitive Eating book is. This one has been recommended. Big one. Another one that I recommend, I can't find it right now, but it's called Women, Food, and God by Janine Roth. It is for those who do struggle with any disordered eating. Highly recommend that book. It really gave me a lot of aha moments. And if you're kind of worried with the God word in it, it's not overly religious. It's more of like an overall thought process. And so it's, even if you're kind of on the fence because of that word, don't be worried. It's a book of hope, and it felt amazing. I had a lot of aha moments, like I said, in it when I was reading it, and I was like, oh yes, that is so me. And so it really had helped with my binge eating and just addiction in general to yummy food. It's true. The struggle is real. I know, I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, so you guys take care. You will see another video from me next week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye for now.